survey around the country on the way population handles themselves and speaks and deals with their friends and interact with their peers and whatnot.
Yo,
Bro, welcome back.
it's good to be back. Holy cow.
Isn't it? Okay, so we got to talk about the obvious, right?
Obvious.
We got a little bit of backlash.
Oh, yes.
There was a little bit of controversy.
As there is when real things are said.
Right.
As there is.
So for anybody who doesn't know, right? For anybody who doesn't know, basically we made a video called Ugly Girl Addict, which was basically making wild generalizations, saying that less attractive people tend to be a little bit more funny, have a little bit more personality, a little bit more sting,
A little more flavor.
a little bit more flavor, and a lot of the times, not a lot of the times, in our personal experience, the latter wasn't true. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead. You haven't seen all the comments, right? You haven't seen. Okay.
Really. I scrolled through and I was like, oh, there's got to be haters in here.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and read mean TikTok comments.
Oh, word.
Okay. I just know they aren't looking like that.
Oh, word. Because we had the Thanksgiving stuff on.
Right. Yeah. Dude, I was looking hit. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I thought you were looking pretty hip. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's okay, right? Like, it's okay to make fun of yourself. It's okay to not... Like, who wants to take themselves seriously constantly?
That polo that I've worn, I've only worn once, and it was why I was applying to be a literal lumberjack. I was trying to be a woodworker when I applied with that damn polo, dude.
My biggest takeaway from this comment is I know that they're not looking like that, right? I guess my biggest question would be, so if I was hot, then it'd be okay to
yeah. Would it be okay to dress up like that if I was good looking?
So if I'm hot, then I can make my observations of the opposite sex.
Right.
Only if I'm hot, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's like a one-sided comment. It's
and
like,
I guess this
it
podcast
goes hand
episode,
in hand with what we're
I guess
saying.
this podcast episode also is just to let the men out there know what's the new rules, right? I don't want anybody else to, have to go through this. So.
Yeah, word.
Okay. Bro, it's always the broke, ugly guys with the most confidence. The rich, successful men would never. What are your thoughts? Always the broke and never the rich.
Let me tell you something about the rich. If you've grown up by people that are rich or been friends with people that are rich, you would know that they have no problem doing the exact same type of shit.
I think every human does everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's no absolutes.
Exactly.
Right?
Everyone's different. There's not going to be any case where everyone's doing the one thing. We're just making an observation of a trend, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's not true for everyone.
Definitely not. My biggest takeaway from this is this person, right, has never been with somebody rich.
Exactly.
So that's my biggest takeaway on that one. This is bad because Hunter's not here.
Okay.
The only one who is somewhat cute is the blonde, but you need to take off your glasses and take off your mustache.
Oh no, not the stash.
They came after his stash, bro.
Dude, it was No Shave November. Hands off, ladies.
Even if it wasn't. Even if it wasn't. Even if that's our bro stash.
Bro,
okay.
It's a personal choice as a bro to grow a mustache.
And I might be a little biased when I say this, but I think men's stash look great.
And as a personal standpoint, I think Hunter looks better with the stash.
Yeah.
I think you should go for more of a goatee though.
If you have a choice, right? Like
Yeah.
if you should probably go for the goatee first.
Yeah.
But if all you got is the stash, man.
Keep the stash.
Yeah. But also, it's weird, right? Because the whole part of the podcast was to make generalizations or observations of the opposite sex, but here we are being roasted on that exact terms.
Yeah, for real.
So, let's continue. A man in a fedora talking to a man with leftover ass on his top lip. Their words mean
They
nothing.
sting. They sting though.
Damn it. Not Hunter. Hunter's the best of us.
Hunter's the best.
Hunter's the best of us. So again, right? So basically, it's it's misogyny if
If
you
a
and
guy
I,
says it,
if you
if
have
a guy says
testicles, it's a misogyny if you make an observation or a generalization
Yeah.
of your personal experience of the opposite sex.
Yes.
But it's okay if it's
a girl.
yeah. I think that's the trend.
Yeah.
I think that's the trend. Confusing times.
Is
nonetheless.
there a word for misogyny for women?
Yes.
Feminist?
Yes. No.
I just played.
Close.
I'll just play.
But we'll get to that in a second. If women talked about men in this way, y'all would be so pressed. LMAO.
Oh, I have some personal relevant experiences. Let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you. I did some cheerleading in high school, and the women like that are such they're like animals, bro. They will rip you apart like that.
In
They
what
talk about
sense?
guys like that too. They'll be like, "Damn, he's got a nice ass. Look at that ass."
Oh,
walk."
so what you're
Or they'll
saying
be
is-
like,
So what you're saying that you, like during your time as a cheerleader.
I'm saying women do it too. They just don't tell the guys about it. They keep it in the circle. They'll be like, "Damn, he's looking fine. What a snack I would pipe." Like,
Yeah, a snack. I like that, a snack. So what you're saying is during your time as a cheerleader, you heard the exact same things, like
yeah.
locker room talk with men.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Because I was tight with all the homegirls, and
Yeah.
I would just be standing around, and I'd hear them talk that trash, bro.
Yeah, talk that slick talk. My biggest takeaway when they say women or men would get pressed, my answer would be we don't care.
I think we would really not be pressed at all.
I honestly, I've been called both good looking and not good looking
Yeah.
to the point where honestly it doesn't matter.
No, here's the
right?
thing. Like last week, I got called ugly like 4 times.
But maybe
I
this
got
week-
with 5 girls. I mean, it's personal opinion.
right. But even if you didn't get with any women, right?
I would still be
next
fine.
next week you might get 4 good compliments.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
It's just
So-
people deciding to share their opinion. Everyone's got a different one, bro. To some people, I'm way good looking, and to some people, they're like, "Who is that ugly mug over there?"
And that's the point, right? Because you are hot to somebody and you're ugly to somebody else. All right. Bro, you look like you own a failed coffee shop.
Oh no!
Okay, I will say you have a point. You have a point. Nah, not in my friend group. I'm the hottest and have the best personality for sure. Men,
Word. That's
she's
why you're
out there.
commenting on our TikTok.
Men,
Word.
she's out there. She's not only the hottest but has the best personality.
Watch out.
At,
Watch out.
at least she knows. At least she's honest and she's like, yo, the rest of my friends, nah.
Man, me? Yup.
Yup. I get all the penises. I love being thought of as an object. Now, this one I will say. First of all, I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but at the minute that the car analogy started coming out, I was like, Hunter,
No, we can't.
Don't
It's
do
literally
this.
objectification.
But so
He did
this
it
person
in a nice way, though. He did it
this
in a-
person, I get where Hunter was trying to go to, but my point is this. Are men the only one who objectify?
So I've definitely seen women objectify men, but they try to keep on the DL specifically because they know it's like a thing to get mad at men about. I feel
Yeah.
like, but also they do like the only time I can really ever think about that would be like when it comes to dating and stuff. I know so many girls that will go on dates with guys just for the free dinner and stuff, and they're like, oh, I've heard people call guys like a meal ticket before. I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's true. Like maybe you got a guy in your contacts and you saved him as sugar daddy or
Sugar
something.
daddy, meal ticket,
Right.
whatever, bro. Because
Yeah.
they just take you out to dinner.
You got a dude for every meal.
Exactly.
You know, I think for me, I think it's not only dudes. I've had my penis called many different objects. You know, like no one bats an eye when Cardi B calls a guy's genitalia a Mack truck and her vagina as a little garage. And some people might say, well, it's just a song. Well, this is just a podcast.
Exactly.
Is anyone even ugly? Okay, so yes.
Yes.
So
I'm sorry.
and unfortunate, right? It's
Yeah.
unfortunate, but like we said before, I was ugly to somebody. You
Yeah.
were ugly to somebody. Apparently, especially a lot of people in the
Yes.
comment section, right? Right. You know, for me, one of the things that is really I've never heard a word misunderstood or misused as misogyny. So I had to look it up. Everybody strap in. The dislike of, contempt for, or ingrained prejudice against women.
So,
do you think that making a general observation, now mind you, your observation, your life journey, you make observations about all types of things, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think that making an observation that you've made in your life, do you think that that's misogyny, according to what misogyny is?
So I think that there's a very fine line between misogyny and trying to identify like real situations that happen, because people do get offended, and that's the whole problem, is that people are getting offended over this. Misogyny would be like, you're like, oh, women ain't shit the same way that girls say men ain't shit.
Right.
You'd be like,
all men
women
are trash.
Exactly. All women are trash. That would be misogyny.
How many?
At its highest.
How many? Well, no, that'd be misandry. That'd be so. The opposite of misogyny is misandry.
No,
but,
I'm saying misogyny would be saying all women are trash.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm not denying
treating all women like trash.
Because I'm not denying that there's misogyny.
Yeah.
And I'm not denying even the fact that maybe I have been misogynistic. Yeah. I'll own up to it.
You might have in the past not even realized it. And
maybe not even realized
sometimes you do need to be put straight in that instance, but I think for the most part, as long as you're not going around hating on every woman and treating women like pieces of meat, bro, you're chilling.
And back to the all men are trash. How many times have you heard that in your lifetime?
Men ain't shit, dude. Thousands, at least tens upon thousands.
Lost count. I have lost count of how many times I've heard men ain't shit, men are trash, men are rapists.
Yes.
And not even like some men are trash. Some men are
all men.
Every
all
single
men
one.
Are trash.
So and the fact that almost everybody in 2020 has heard misogyny, but not as many people have heard misandry. That's a little funky.
I had never even heard misandry till today. I didn't know that was the counter.
That's definitely a thing. I think, me personally, I'm glad that we did the podcast, right? I'm glad that we did the podcast because, one, we're speaking our truth. Just because, this is a really important part, just because you're saying something doesn't necessarily make it true. It just means you're speaking your truth, right? Like, you're not saying complete facts here. Yeah. You're just saying your life experience, right?
Exactly. The whole point of this podcast is to capture life point of view from whoever's on the podcast, right?
Right.
Same way that you get up there and you're a comedian, or the same way that you get up there and you're exhibiting something for people. You don't have all the facts. You only have what you know and what you've seen. Right. And that's you giving your side of the story. Yeah. It might not be true, but it might be as true as it can be for you.
Yeah. And everybody makes generalizations, right?
Yeah, everyone.
Okay, so I'm going to get a little vulgar here, right? I can't tell you how many times I've heard, I knew you had a big dick.
You wanted to say that shit on the podcast.
No. Well, all right, maybe somebody else, right? Maybe somebody else. You're with your homegirl and she goes, I know he has a big dick. And I'm looking at her like, how you know he's got a big dick? And she's just like,
bro, they can tell.
I know.
Bro, they can tell.
And I'm just like, okay. And she's like, there's no way that a guy who's over 6'3" ain't got a big dick. But
that's kind of facts. It's like,
I don't know. I don't know if it's facts because I'm not checking every guy's. I'm not checking every guy's.
I have no credibility in
right,
this
but it's just like you, based on your personal this female, right? This female, based on her personal experience, guys who are 6'3" and above, all have big penises. But that's just because she hasn't had that one guy that was 6'3" and you know what I mean, had that micro penis, USB. Yeah. So, and you know what? I don't think that it's bad. We're pattern recognition creatures. Like, we just see things and we call it how it is. Now, with that being said, everybody is free to their opinion. But does that mean that we're gonna change our history or what we know of the world?
Well, this is what I would have to be said about that. And I think this is the whole reason that anytime we touch on any of these topics, like sex, dating, in between the sheets,
Clothes.
STD, clothes, any kind of thing like that. The reason we get so upset is because people get their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is how it is. Everyone is sexually attractive in some aspect or some variety.
Yeah.
Some are not as attractive to as many people, and
Yeah.
that makes them less attractive,
Right.
i.e. ugly, which at the end of the day, it happens or it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It's just how life works,
Yeah.
and you got to roll with it. You can groom yourself well, and you can
Yeah.
treat your body right, and you can be a good-looking person.
Yeah.
But you can also just, like, not do that.
The moral of the story here is that if I see a group of 5 women, right, I'm gonna try to not use my eyeballs.
Yeah.
I think that's
Sunglasses
the
are key.
Sunglasses are key, baby.
Doing a survey around the country on the way population handles themselves and speaks and deals with their friends and interact with